What's up, guys? How's it going? It's Kyle Olson here. So as you know, I'm a realtor as well as a real estate investor. I've been a realtor for over the past 5 years, and today I wanted to go over if right now during a recession or going into a recession is a good idea to become a realtor. So over the past 5 years, I've gotten to see a lot in the business, but I haven't been through a recession like 08, 09. But I know right now could be the best time to become a realtor. If you're thinking about becoming a realtor or wondering what it's like, watch this video till the very end. Please consider liking and subscribing, and let's get into it. So like I said, over the past 5 years, I've seen a lot of ups and downs in real estate, especially for myself. You have a lot of good months, you have a lot of bad months, and that's why it's important to be very reliable upon yourself and have a plan set in action, ready to go. So right now, there's a lot of noise in the real estate market. There's price reductions happening. There's arguments if we're gonna have another housing crash or if we're gonna have a safe landing, if we're only gonna see 5% decreases or if we're gonna see 20 to 25% decreases in home price value. But right now, as a realtor, I can tell you firsthand, it's very cutthroat and there's a lot of people leaving the business because there's not a lot of activity. We have higher interest rates and higher prices, a lot of fear in the market, so buyers are pulling out and sellers actually refied about 5 months ago in that 2 to 3% range, so they have no reason to move. So there's not a lot of inventory, not a lot of activity happening, so realtors aren't making money. But that doesn't mean right now is not a good time for you to get into the business. So with that being said, there's a lot of realtors leaving the business. If you go back in history and look at 08 to 2011, 2012, you have a sharp decline in realtors leaving the business, which is good opportunity for us. So right now, if you're thinking about getting into the business, step one, you want to take your real estate license. Step two, you want to find a good brokerage. It is a lonely business, so I would highly suggest you find a brokerage where you're comfortable, people are friendly and willing to help. Because in reality, everyone's against each other. You're fighting for listings, but there's plenty of business out there. So with that being said, right now could be a perfect opportunity to get into the real estate business as a realtor. A lot of big realtors and small realtors who've been in the business for the past 5-10 years are starting to pull back on their marketing. We're seeing this firsthand. So with that being said, you can start finding a farm, which is a group of houses that you want to mail to as well as door knock to. You're gonna have less competition and you need to ramp it up with marketing, and this will make you come out on top when this recession is over. You're gonna gain a ton of market share right now if you start mailing to a community at least twice a month, door knocking, and also talking to your sphere of influence. So right now is a perfect time to get into the real estate business and become a realtor. It's just gonna take a lot of hard work. There might not be a lot of activity starting out like there would be in a normal market, but that doesn't mean that right now when you start marketing very, very hard, more than others in your office, it doesn't mean that you're not gonna come out on top in the next 2, 3, 4 years. So the money you put in now and the time and effort will definitely show within the next 1, 2, 3 years, and you're gonna gain that market share. So if you're just starting out and you're looking for your farm, I want to note that you want to find a farm or a group of homes with a turnover rate with at least 4%, and you also need to do your due diligence and find out how many realtors are actually mailing to that community, because there are communities that do get hit hard and you will not stand out. But if you go to the community that you want to farm in and kind of check the doors discreetly, or if you know someone in the neighborhood, ask them how many times they're receiving mailers from other agents and how many other agents, and if they could collect those for you to see what you're competing against and if there's a lot of competition. But you need to go back and see what the turnover rate, how many homes are selling in that specific neighborhood, so you're not wasting your time and money. Just a little tip. Another thing too, if you're listening to all the noise and tech coming into the business and that's worrying you from starting, I want to tell you this: tech is going to always try to take over every single job, and tech has tried to take over the real estate agent's job, and they sort of have, and it's only going to get worse from here. But that doesn't mean that there's not going to be a need for face-to-face business. There's always going to be a need for face-to-face business if you're likable and trustworthy and you have enthusiasm. People will always gravitate towards you and they won't trust big tech companies trying to lowball them to sell their house or buy their house. So with that being said, don't let that be a determining factor of you starting within the business. I know this was a quick video, but I just wanted to put this out there because right now I'm starting to ramp up my marketing. I'm getting super excited because we're already seeing a lot of agents pull back on marketing and leave the business, which creates more opportunity for us. So I wanted to put this video out there. If you're thinking about starting real estate as an agent, or you're a part-time agent and not sure if you should go full-time, I'm telling you right now is the time. We've seen it. My brokerage right now, they did it back in 2008, 2009. Top performers doubled down on their marketing and they came out of that recession 10x on top. So if you have the money, if you have the means, go ahead and market a little bit more. If you don't, start door knocking and talking to your sphere of influence. I hope you guys like this short video. If you have any questions, comments, please leave them down below and I will get back to you. Please consider liking and subscribing. I'll see you in the next one.